Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the media. I'm going to make a short statement, and after which I will take questions, a few questions from the floor. In the wake of concerns raised by the Commander of the Republic of Fiji Military Forces and subsequent consultation with both the Commander and the Prime Minister, the Honorable Sitiveni Rambuka, I wish to address the public discourse surrounding the appointment of the Honorable Philemon Bosarongo as Attorney General, the issue that was raised to me by the Commander in the letter that I received, and which I believe we are all familiar with at this stage and is the subject of this conversation and of this press release. I would like to say that our unwavering commitment to the 2013 Constitution remains a cornerstone of our democracy. The concerns regarding Section 96(2)(b) and the suitability of Mr. Bosarongo for the role of the Attorney General are under considerations. Our duty to uphold the Constitution cannot and will not be compromised. The sanctity of the rule of law and the supreme law is of the utmost importance. It is our responsibility to ensure that decisions, particularly those involving key appointments, are made with the utmost integrity, professionalism, and the adherence to our established legal frameworks. And to further elucidate our course of action, one, the appointment of the Honorable Philemon Bosarongo is currently under review and will be reviewed, ensuring all constitutional mandates and the principles are adhered to. Number two, we will be in dialogue with legal stalwarts, including the Fiji Law Society, ensuring that our steps forward are informed, measured, and reflective of our expert opinions. Number three, recognizing the importance of faith in our democratic system, we pledge a transparent and accountable approach for all significant government appointments in the future. We understand the gravity of the situation and the implications for our nations. The Prime Minister, the Honorable Sitiveni Rambuka, recognizes his prerogative. We'll be making an official announcement regarding the position of Attorney General in due course. The nation can trust that the decision will be in the best interest of our democracy, its pillars, and our people. May I conclude my dialogue with the Commander and the Prime Minister have been focused on safeguarding the rule of law and instilling public trust. We remain committed to these principles and assure our citizens that every decision is taken with their best interests at heart. I extend personally our gratitude to the Commander of the Republic of Fiji Military Forces for his invaluable insights and to the Fijian people for their understanding and of their patience. And I thank you. I'll take a few questions.
The mic is over there. Just identify yourself and ask your question. It's 2 questions, please.
Mr. Tikoduadua, do you actually think the situation or the scenario would be a little bit different if the Prime Minister had consulted members of the Cabinet before making the decision?
The prerogative, as we know, traditionally is the prerogative of the Prime Minister in terms of the members of his Parliament, of his Cabinet. And we always endeavor, and I know the Prime Minister always endeavors to listen and talk and hold conversations through those. He is the person making the call, and in this case, he has looked at the decision that he has made for good reasons that he knows, and that sooner or later his deliberations are going to be made public, and I know that's going to be made public very soon.
So you will be able to meet with the Prime Minister?
I met him today. I met the Prime Minister and the Commander today.
Okay.
Within an hour of each other.
Right. Did the ministry go forward with a few recommendations on how this could have been communicated better, or just the outcome of the...
I spoke with the Prime Minister. I raised my concerns with him, which is, something that I do when I talk to the Prime Minister, and that's my job as the Minister responsible for Home Affairs. And being responsible in this case, which is the reason I wanted to talk to him about, was of the letter that came to me from the Commander. We talked about it. But I think a lot of the concerns that I raised is going to be answered in due course in terms of the concerns. But I want to reassure our public again that we're here for the rule of law. We will follow the process of the law. Okay. There are concerns, and that's fine. Our society, is supposed to be able to be concerned about any decision that government reaches or makes. It's for the government to act on it. We are acting on it, and the Prime Minister has that prerogative to make these announcements in terms of the concerns that were raised by the Commander to me in the email. Yeah.
So, Siva FBC, what's your view on how the military has been responding to issues of national interest?
Business is good. It's good. I thank the Commander. This is not an easy process. Okay. I know at the beginning it was a bit sticky, but I think we've reached a conversation where both the military and the government and the people of Fiji are one people. And the interest of all of our people and our government it's at the heart of all of our conversations. So, and right now, I've discussed with the Commander certain things that we will be able to make better with regards to, the role of the RFMF going forward and how government can be more responsive, to the concerns that are raised, and then how to make those better in the future. So I would like to thank the Commander for the role that the RFMF and he has played in the way that we, are now, in terms of the security that we enjoy.
So, Mary from Fiji Times, how long will this review take, and is there any consideration given to
what review?
The review of Mr. Vosarongo, his appointment, when he be appointed as AG.
Okay, yeah. I think the Prime Minister is ready to make a decision.
Will there be any consideration made to appoint someone from outside?
The Prime Minister is going to make the decision soon. Yeah.
Sir Karishma from Fiji Village News, what were some of the contents and the concerns that was raised in the letter from the RFMF Commander?
Well, I'd already raised those provisions in terms of the Constitution, where, the concern is that the Honourable Vosarongo's recommendation for posting as AG is of concern that it could be, perhaps in breach of the Constitution. That was the concern. So that was the issue that was raised. And I'm glad to say that issue has now discussions today has been resolved, but the announcement comes from the Prime Minister. It's not mine, so I'm just saying I'm responding here because it was raised through me and I've spoken to them both. And because the media had wanted to know what was the outcome of the letter, I'm telling you now, that's what's happened.
Are you also concerned as the Minister regarding the issues that they have raised, and are you having regular discussions with the Commander himself? Yeah,
I've told the Commander I'm the line Minister, and he raises his issues with me. Yeah. And I've raised that in turn with the Prime Minister, and we talked about it in terms of the best way to go, And I've thanked both of them for handling this matter maturely today. And like I said, the outcome is going to be announced soon by the Prime Minister. Yeah.
So
if it was mine to make, I'd make it, but it's not mine to make.
So until the Prime Minister makes that announcement, Mr. Turanga is still the Attorney General?
Mr. Turanga is still the Attorney General.